And I also like the other Easter egg is, of course, the book.
Yeah. Oh, the book was fun.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah,
The
that was
book
great.
that you actually got to
The
run the
sacred book.
camera
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
and because that was the whole thing, is that the first movie opens with the book opening up on blue velvet. You go into an illustration, and then it transitions into the.
Yeah, we had to go to
scene.
Disney to shoot it, and only the archivist could touch that book.
Right, with
And
white gloves.
With
Yeah.
white gloves, and we drilled holes on the bottom of the table
Yeah.
so he could.
Because I wanted it to dance.
So he could make it dance, and I think he got a huge kick out of it. I think he went home and told his wife, "I'm in the movie."
It
My
was.
choreography is in the movie.
And it's a
I
good thing,
can't
too.
believe, I can't believe they let you get away with it.
Even though we hand off back to digital as soon as it opens up,
Yeah.
there's just something, you're
Right.
part of the thing.
Well, I heard you announce that factoid in front of a nice Friday
Yeah.
evening crowd at the El
Yes.
Capitan
Yes.
Theater, Disney Central, and mention it, and there was a hushed response when they learned that the same prop is in this movie that was in that movie.
We sort of start with an homage to Disney and end
Yeah.
with an homage to the
Yes.
'67 book. So
And
it's-
completely analog, both ends of this super
Yeah.
high-tech,
Yeah.
perhaps the most ambitious, you know, certainly on the levels of interactivity and digital work.
Yeah.
You know, we're breaking new ground. It's very hard to fake light and shadow. And so everything became about using panels of LEDs to project light. So if we had the kid bowing before the elephants, you have panels where we actually would pre-animate the elephants and they would cast the shadows on the kid in the exact right way. Or when we're walking on the turntable, the projector is tied to the turntable, which is meant to make Mowgli look like he's walking straight through the jungle.
Well, he told me to go to the man village, so that's where I'm gonna go.
It's a giant 30-foot diameter turntable, and when you walk on it, it looks perfectly natural because you're going up and down terrain, but yet you can keep in a close-up, and you could go for a mile if you wanted to.
Watch him go by like you're confused where he's going, then you decide you should follow him.
Come on, let's go. It's getting late.
It's amazing because some stuff in the beginning, which I thought, oh my God, how am I gonna do that? What am I supposed to do? They're like, oh no, you could just walk. We'll add everything else. And I was like, but how? Like, that's not real, that's not possible. But they made it possible. Bam!
All the roles were male in the original, so I thought that there was an opportunity with Kaa the snake to go with Scarlett Johansson.
It's a boy snake in the cartoon. And also, he's a much more kind of friendlier version of our Kaa. He's really kind of goofy in the film and like friends with Mowgli and kind of like follows him along. In this film, Kaa is more of a storyteller and she's very seductive and she's like a mirror into the past for Mowgli. I know where you came from.
You do?
Yes. Would you like to see?
Yeah.
For me, it was kind of exciting to reinvent this character with John.
Maybe like on the yes, start to give us a little, stretch the S's out a little bit towards this part.
Okay.
A little more snaky.
Oh, okay. Trust in me.
I was in a Indian dance class and the teacher told me I would be really good for the role. I thought, oh my God, how would that be? That would be so fun. So I auditioned and they really liked me.
How did I get here?
I remember from the first time I saw an audition that he did, I just liked watching him.
I love playing sports and I'm very good at karate. I'm a red belt and I'm gonna do a trick for you. I don't need no stunt double.
His personality in real life that comes across with extreme authenticity in the film, I just find charming and compelling, and he's just clever.
I was in a hotel in LA. The producer called. She said, you got the role, guys. And I literally was like flipping and jumping, and it was really cool. It was fun.
I'll do it.
Neil's like somebody I would have grown up with. Very familiar to me.
There's one last one. Good luck.
Yeah.
So to me, he feels like whatever Mowgli represented to me. We open it up with a completely analog version of the opening castle.
I think we saw Bambi, and we saw the behind the scenes and the multiplane camera and what the new innovation was, and then it was something about, well, what if we did that for the opening instead of doing
but
the
we
CG
went
version?
all the way, because it started off as like, let's have a multiplane shot in 3D, and then it turned into, let's actually have it painted on cells.
That's something that I really wanted to do, and then shoot it in Technicolor, where I shoot it with a red filter, green filter, and a blue. Actually, my son shot it, and then we would set it up exactly. And actually, what we found out is the math to actually do these multiplane things like they did, really hard. I thought the fun part too is that we started with that, so now it's kind of Disney of old, so it's not like we're nodding to the past. And then it turns into the new version of a multiplane
with
camera,
the music
which is
from the original Jungle Book and the shot from Bambi. As with all of my films, it always starts with the cast, because they are bringing the humanity and the emotion to these roles.
I realize you weren't born a wolf, but couldn't you at least act like one?
The original '67 Jungle Book was the first time Disney Studios used, I guess you'd call, celebrity talent. People who are iconic and identifiable just with their voices. We felt that we had permission to really reach out and find actors who are characters of our generation to help flesh this out. So casting Bill Murray was a dream. I've always wanted to work with him. Huge fan. He loves the character. You know, he has all the charm and humor that you expect from that character.
Is that King Louie? This is so exciting.
The legends do you no justice, sir. You are truly enormous. In the best way.
That Jungle Book I thought was a real piece of art, and I always hoped I'd get attached to it. So when Jon Favreau said, would you like to do this, I really couldn't say no. Boy, if you could bottle what you guys got, that'd be quite a six-pack. You guys are flying. I want to be with you. I want to hitch my wagon to your star. Where do I sign up?
I want to be like you. I want to walk like you. Talk like you.
You'll see it's true. Someone like me could learn to be like someone like you.
Richard Sherman came in to hear what the story was about and come up with new lyrics for the song. And as I was describing to him how the scene had changed from the older '67 version, I mentioned it was this creature called the Gigantopithecus. And then he stopped me. And he said, wait a second, give me that word again, Gigantopithecus. And then the wheels started turning. And then he got a paper and pen. And then he came up with, of course, you know, he loves fun words, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well said, well said.
And so Gigantopithecus got the juices flowing.
Oh, yes.
Now, you might think it's ridiculous that me, a Gigantopithecus, would ever dream I'd like to team with the likes of you, man-cub.
He knows that, you know, if you get the right word and the right lyric and the right thing, it's catchy. And it feels like something, like a lyric that might have been cracked out of a vault from when the movie was made. Same sensibility, same sense of humor.
You should do this professionally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how magnificent it would be! A Gigantopithecus like me could learn to do like you humans do.
Hi, Vale here. I love animated movies and I got some awesome facts about Wreck-It Ralph. Now, there are almost too many video game Easter eggs to count in the movie, but one stands apart. Pay close attention to the Fix-It Felix arcade cabinet and you'll notice the high score of 120,501 or December the 5th, 1901, the birthday of Walt Disney himself. Who knew? Now, adding to that, for all the video game companies that gave rights to Disney for this retro adventure, the makers of the Mortal Kombat series weren't as willing. From the red eye, robot arm and tribal tattoos, fans may think they spot the classic character Kano in the Bad Unknown Meeting, but he's actually credited as Cyborg for legal reasons, even though he still executes the fighter's signature finishing move. tearing the heart from a nearby zombie. What's your favorite animated movie? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe to our channel for the best animated movie releases.